talking about goal setting. And to be totally transparent, I have not been the best at setting goals in my life. When I worked a corporate job, when I worked for a company, you have your goal setting exercise every year or every quarter. And a lot of the times those goals are just things that you know you can accomplish. So you can accomplish them and get recognition and get a promotion and and all those things. So that really was my experience with goal setting really previously. And in my personal life, in podcasting, I never really set goals. I just kind of just did it. With Plexus, sure, I would like set a target for a month, being like, I want to maybe add this many new VIPs or maybe a certain point total. But other than that, I didn't really put much thought into how I could create conditions to make that happen. So pretty recently, started learning from other people around goal setting, how they set goals, people who are successful, people who have built huge businesses. And there's a lot of intentionality that comes with goal setting. And a lot of it has to do with your mindset. Um, the human mind is trained, our limbic system is trained to default to certainty. So we will default to things that we are certain of the outcome, right? Simple things like if you have a craving for something sweet, you're going to eat something sweet. I mean, and just pursue that certain outcome. You're going to have the donut. That's why I think, myself included, you find yourself kind of sometimes just scrolling social media, because you know that scrolling social media, that's going to give you a dopamine hit. You're going to feel good for a second. You're certain of that outcome. You know what you're going to get from social media. You see a funny reel, or whatever it is. Insert any kind of thing in your life that is sort of that distraction. Um, but goals, like to achieve things, big things, like in this business, if you want to rank up to emerald or sapphire or diamond or ruby or gold or silver, whatever your goal would be, there's a lot of uncertainty about how you get there, right? How you get from where you are right now. Maybe you just became a VIP, you just got your products last month, and maybe you're just learning that you can make money with Plexus, or maybe you've been in this business for 7 years like me, and you're trying to figure out how to take that next step to get to that higher rank. For me to go from ruby to senior ruby, and then on to emerald. So there's a lot of uncertainty there. How do you bridge that gap? How do you create the conditions that are going to help you to reach that goal? So one thing that I learned about with it that's helpful is an acronym, using the acronym FATE. So your goal should be focused. There's an authority aspect to goals, there's a tribe aspect to goals, and there's an emotional aspect to goals. So when it comes to focus, we will ultimately, the outcomes that we get in life will ultimately be the product of what we focus on. So if we're focusing on scrolling Instagram, or we're focusing on things that are not working towards achieving our goals, be them for Plexus or personal or otherwise, we're not going to achieve them. So, a lot of people in the past have told me about the need for vision boards, and I've kind of laughed at them. I've never really been into vision boards, but the reality is that our minds are not moved by numbers or charts, or seeing things jotted down on paper. Our minds are moved by what we see, by images, by things that are tangible, that we can latch onto, that we can identify with. So an idea I heard recently, which I plan on doing, rather than having like a vision board that you put up on your wall, is put images of things that align with your goal as your screensaver on your phone to rotate through. So for example, if your goal is to, rank up to Emerald and to, be on the Alaskan cruise, find some pictures of an Alaskan cruise and put them as your screensaver on your phone. So as you look at your phone, you'll see, oh, there's the Alaskan cruise. It'll trigger, all right, I need to be working towards this. And that can go for anything, for um, I don't know, a car you want to buy, or something that would change your life in a direction that would result from achieving that goal. And it's I mean it's going to take work and effort to put those pictures together, put them on your phone, but it's something that I do plan on doing. Or if you don't want them on your phone, I know there's a lot of people, some people that maybe they have something on their phone already that's meaningful, and they don't want to change it. I mean, there's other ways. You could have a screensaver on your computer. You could make the vision board and put it on your wall. But having those images are really important, because that image is something certain that your brain can see and can identify with. Second, authority. So the people that we gain authority from, so the people in our life that will weigh in on our decisions, that some people in your social circles, maybe family and friends, who might question that you're able to actually rank up with Plexus, that you're actually able to rank up to a certain goal that you have, be it from a health standpoint, be it from taking the products, or be it from the business side, achieving a certain rank with Plexus that you have your mind set on. So we have to be very cognizant of the people in our life and the opinions that they're giving on what our goal is, and if they actually have any authority on that. So the people that are weighing in on your health goals, who say, oh, those supplements aren't going to work, what do they know? Do they have any authority into that subject? Same thing on the finance side, on the business side, on building a business. The people you're listening to, who might be seeping in, family, friends, whatever, who might be questioning what you're trying to do by building a business with Plexus, do they have the authority to really comment on that? So that's the one side of it, like the negative side. Then the positive side of authority is, are you actually surrounding yourself with people who do have authority on the goals you're trying to achieve? So if it's a health goal, are you getting input from people that have done it before, who have helped other people to achieve their health goals? On the business side, are you listening to people? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you listening to YouTube videos? Are you coming to trainings and surrounding yourself with people who have achieved these goals? So and have the authority to help you to achieve these goals for yourself. So first was focus, second was authority, third is tribe. Kind of similar to authority, but really comes down to surrounding yourself with people in your social circle who are aligned with you and want to accomplish the same things. That community, right? So, I mean, that's huge for Plexus. It's huge for what we're trying to do with your Plexus community, right? Is build up a group of people who are aligned from a health standpoint. We want to live healthy lives. We want to help each other. If people do want to build a business, we do want to help each other to build a business and to be successful. So if you want to achieve your goals, you need to be in that community. If you're not in that community, if you're not taking part, if you're sitting on the sidelines, if you're avoiding it, it's going to be really difficult to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And the third part of the acronym, FATE, is emotion. So it's really important to attach an emotional element to your goals, to really think about, like, paint a picture. What does your life look like if you don't achieve the goal that you want to? I think it's maybe sometimes people think from a goal like, oh, what would it be like if I did rank up to Emerald? I do go on that Alaskan cruise, and you can picture that. But what does it look like if you don't, if you fail? And really paint that picture. What happens? Is it? I mean, there's, you could paint the picture of the disappointment you're going to have, maybe people that you're letting down in your life around you. Really think about like the worst case scenario, because like I talked about earlier, our brain defaults to certainty. So if you can paint a certain bad scenario of not achieving your goal, then you're going to be much more likely to achieve that goal on the positive side, and the outcome being the certain scenario of achieving the goal. So, one thing that I'm working on in writing out my goals is, in the past, when like I talked about earlier with my corporate job, it would be like, one line, here's your goal. For example, you want to rank up to senior gold, and then you might have a couple bullet points below it. You need to add this many people, need to help this many people rank up to silver, whatever think the action steps are. Rather than that, like a page, writing out a page of your goal, of and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start writing. What does it look like if you achieve that goal? What does it look like if you don't achieve that goal? What needs to happen? Who do you need to surround yourself with? What does it look like on a weekly basis? What kind of work do you need to be doing in your business, or on your health, and all the different aspects of it? So rather than just making it a couple bullet points under a goal, really think about what needs to happen, what your life needs to look like in order to achieve your goal. And I'll just leave it with that. I guess the last thing I would say that I learned that's pretty helpful with goals is breaking them down into categories like family, personal, business, and doing separate goals for each one. So that's what I have on goal setting. And like I said, I mean, I'm learning too. This is not something I've mastered.
That was really, really, really helpful. Because everything you said to do, it like brings the goal to life, makes
Mm-hmm.
you think about it more, and you're not going to achieve the goal if you can't really envision it.
Yeah.
And also, I liked how you said to envision what happens if you don't reach your goal. And
Yeah.
that's not a happy thought, right? That's like a fear, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's one reason I reached Emerald, to be honest, of what would happen if I didn't. Sounds crazy, but I was investing so much time in the business. And I mean, this call is recorded, but I was investing so much time in the business, but my paychecks weren't as much as when I was working full time as a trainer. So Mike was like, if you're investing this much time, let's just have you go back to training full time because we need the income. And I was like, no, I am not doing that ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Like training full time is just so draining, completely draining. And it's, I wouldn't be with the family before school, after school, in the evenings. I didn't want to go back there. And so I knew that's what was going to happen if I didn't get my act together and actually reach my goal. So I did. And I gave myself a time limit too. I think, that's an important part of it too.
Yeah, because
But
I like what you said there. Um, the fear of not achieving it, going back to training, because your brain is gonna, if you instill that fear, your brain is gonna try to avoid that fear, like, naturally. So if you really
yeah,
make that concrete, like, if I don't get this, this is happening, then your brain's gonna work
yeah.
to the opposite of it. Yeah.
I started to work much more focused after that. Yeah, I just could not go back to training full time. I did that for too many years. And anyways, don't need to go back now. So, anybody else have any thoughts? Should we all share our goals? I thought that, I mean, I don't,
I'm still working through mine.
yeah. Any short-term goals for this month?
Well, I'm one away from Fast Start Silver bonus.
Ooh, that's exciting.
So
Yeah, that
coincide with where you're currently at goal. But like my highest rank is senior silver or senior gold, which I haven't re-ranked in the last couple months. Like first long-term goal would get back to senior gold and then ruby. So how does that fast start, you know, they want us on the mindset of starting over. How does that coincide with my current path?
So the thing is, like, it's not like you're not starting over. It's just think of it just like an incentive, like add 6 people, get an iPad. I mean, it's not like that, but it's like this is just an incentive. This is not changing your rank or anything like that. None of those numbers are changing. All of this, it's just a really long-term incentive they're giving us from January through May. And we're able to achieve fast start bonuses. Like we've never been able, like back when we started, there was like only one option, right? It was like fast start gold or nothing, right? Like you didn't really, or I guess you could fast start other things, but like it just what didn't, I don't know, it didn't register with me, I guess.
me either. I didn't
It's
even know it was a thing.
right. And
I,
plus like we were ambassadors right away, so it was different. It was like you had to do it within a certain amount of time, right? And now it's like VIPs can start and it's not until they get their first referral that their time clock starts. Well, now it's like we're getting a time clock starting now, which is cool. For us just to get those bonuses along the way, just for fun. But the thing is, it's all coming from new point growth, obviously. So when you hit 3, you're getting that fast start silver bonus, and then you can keep doing that. So it's just bonus money. Like this doesn't affect your rank, but it does in a way. Do you know what I mean? Because all of this new point growth that you're going to be getting is going to go into and have that compounding effect into the rank goals that you have and your points and all of that, of course. So everything that we're doing for this incentive, it's all coming from new VIPs. So you know how it's like the senior silver is the next step, and being senior silver is only 50 points. You can't include current people's orders. It's only coming from new VIPs.
so my question is, on top of that, so if Holly gets 18 points this month, new people, that's Fast Start Silver bonus. If she does get 50 points, would she get the Fast Start Senior Silver bonus also this
Yeah,
month?
if it's all from new VIPs, yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have
Okay.
to be from level ones, it could be other levels.
Yeah, it's like creating another business within your business almost, just for a short just for a
Yeah, it's
short
almost like
contract.
re-entry, like a diamond
Yeah.
re-entry
Yeah.
in a way, but not really, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. So they texted you guys if you're eligible for it. Did you guys all get those texts?
Mhm.
Okay. And then for me, they sent me an email. And if I grow by 100 points this month, I get a $300 bonus, I believe. And so they said your points last month were 1569. So your goal is 1669. Like they sent me the
They tell you
exact,
the numbers. That's
Wow.
great.
I was like, this is amazing. They did this for everybody. They sent you guys the text, they emailed the jewels. I just am really impressed.
And for you, Amy, it said like if you hit your goal all of those months, right? For the emerald for the jewel thing, they'll double it for you. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, I know. Of course, Mike knows about it. He's like, you're doing it. You're doing it.
I know. I was like, I thought of you. I was like, you're probably so motivated by this.
Yeah, that's that's another reason I hit goals because Mike's always like, "How was your day? How many people did you sign up?"
Oh my God.
Like, because he does sales. I
Yeah.
mean, and I think it's helpful. And I'm like, and it's not pressureful. He doesn't pressure me, but in a way,
It's like
and
a good pressure.
Yeah, he's like
it's almost like having
1669.
a good fear. There's like good fears and there's bad fears too.
Yeah.
There's good pressure on things like that.
Yeah. So we know, so 1669. So I wrote that down and I'm gonna just work towards it every day.
And
So
it's good with that for the jewels because it gives you just an incremental goal, another 100 points, rather than like as a jewel, you're looking at the next rank sapphire. Well, it's so far
yeah,
away. Like, how do I get there?
exactly. That's why I haven't even made any progress towards it because it's too much for me to conceive.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um,
And this
so
is the
this
same
is,
for us. The same, it's almost the same thing that we have going on. It's just that, like, you know, the next rank for me seems so far away, but like this is chipping away at it because we're getting new VIP growth. It's not just grabbing onto those orders of current people that we're trying to get them to order again, right? It's like new, fresh people to help.
yeah, new, and then you can have them grab a accountability
Yeah.
partner +1. So that call last night, I know you were on the call. Holly, did you watch it? And John, did you watch it?
I didn't. Do they have replays for those?
Yeah, I just posted it in the comments of,
Okay.
I think it's on your Plexus community, where I posted about the call yesterday. I just posted the replay.
I think it's in the convention chat too.
Oh yeah, I put it there. That's right.
I'll watch it today.
Yeah, I did that all this morning, quickly on the convention chat. I was happy I found it. It's really good. It was really well done. It really brings the opportunity to life. So I think I'm gonna invite all new VIPs, definitely as soon as they join. Like, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't invite you to this 20-minute call. So you can learn about the opportunity that has totally blessed my family. If you don't want to watch it, totally fine, but it would be beneficial for you to watch it. Um, I don't care either way. You make the choice. Like whatever,
Well, I
just
wouldn't
whatever
say
you
it
need to
like
do.
that, but yeah.
Yeah, but make it comfortable. Like it would be in your best interest to watch this call, but
Well, it's almost like how we used to, do welcome calls all the time. It'd be like getting in the habit of that. Like, so every Monday night we have this. So anytime, every Monday, it's like take inventory of our new VIPs and whoever hasn't seen this yet, whoever we haven't invited to this yet, we're telling them about that. So
yeah.
just
It
making
is
it a habit.
kind of like a really nice welcome to Plexus call. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a good way to word it.
Mhm.
Um, and if you feel like it's someone that might get totally freaked out about the business, then invite them to the Thursday call
Yeah.
so they can get more belief in the products.